I am Blake Freedom. If you are not familiar with me that much, I'm the queen of EFT. EFT is emotional freedom techniques. It's also known as tapping. So if you've ever seen somebody doing this, that's tapping. It's basically a way to heal trauma, stop anxiety, break through limiting beliefs, tap into the conscious and subconscious mind, as well as calm down the nervous system. It's such a great tool, and I'll be talking more about it. I'm the queen of EFT because I've been practicing for over a decade and I've been teaching for about 10 years. I've taught tens of thousands of people across the world through summits, trainings, speaking engagements, my clients. I'm super passionate about it. I learned it from Joe Vitale of The Secret, and then I used it in treatment for my eating disorder about 10 years ago too, and I'm obsessed with it. So we'll talk more about that. I am a queer woman. I'm a lesbian. I was out as bisexual for a very, very long time. And then I came out as gay last year. So it was really, really difficult for me. Hi, Free Spirit Yogi. It was really difficult for me to come to terms with my sexuality because I'm 35. So growing up, I grew up in like a semi-affluent white community, and on the other side in a very religious community. My mom's from California, my dad's from Georgia. So you put them together in Colorado, and it's like I'm kind of like this Southern belle, like beach girl. It's really interesting. But there was a lot of religious influence. There wasn't any examples of gay people or bi people or anyone in the queer community. I remember seeing a guy in high school who got teased because people called him gay, and he would deny, obviously. And he's actually happily married to a man now. And I just remember thinking, like, I don't want to be like that. And so it was just something that I kind of shoved down. Funnily enough, my younger sister, to this day says, well, I knew you were gay in like middle school. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Like, what do you mean you knew I was gay? And she was like, because you were so boy crazy. Like, you never settled down with one guy. You were always chasing after guys. It was like this high for you. You were never like really in a long term relationship. And that went on for a very long time. I mean, really, up until like 2 years ago. But it was just something that I had a lot of shame around. I just didn't want to be gay. And I literally would pray, like, please God, take this away from me. Like, I don't want to be gay. I'd have experiences with women that were so amazing but would freak me out. And so I would kind of push that away. For a while, I was living in polyamory because I thought, oh, well, this way I can have both. But that's not really who I am. I definitely have had conversations with myself about my gender. I think that that's really important that every single person questions, am I the gender that I was assigned at birth? I think that because of the culture we grow up in such a dualistic space where we're labeled one thing and our entire life, it's important for us to ask those questions so that we can truly get to know ourselves and then enter into relationships in, romantic and friendship in all the ways as our authentic self. So I definitely have questioned my gender and had that conversation with myself. I don't know what the American term of two spirit is. So if you know what a way for I've really been, I need to do more research on this, but I've always felt like I have a female and a male soul. And I feel like I express that differently. And lately I've been really expressing more of like the masculine side of me. Not wearing as much makeup, not wearing lipstick, wearing my flannels and hats because it feels good. But I feel in alignment with a female body. I feel like this is the expression that feels most true to me. And so it can be fluid. You can feel all kinds of different things internally and express yourself externally that feels the best for you. It can be fluid, it can change over time. But all of these things that I've gone through as far as self discovery have been really hard. And I've had a lot of internal shame that has been put on me by external sources, but I didn't really recognize that and I wasn't able to separate it. And so EFT tapping really helped me to like peel away those layers of like, okay, so what part of me feels like it's bad to be gay? What part of me feels like this is a sin? What part of me where is this coming from? Is this the ultimate truth? Is it possible that, I can be happy with just a woman and I can be in a monogamous relationship with a woman and feel safe, because that's another thing. Like, we're illegal in many countries and that's really scary. And so I used tapping to really start sorting through those beliefs, and then to create that internal state of freedom and safety, because I think that that's so important, that we feel safe in our body, safe in our mind, safe in our emotions, and safe in the world, because we're not safe everywhere, but we do have control over our internal state. So emotional freedom to me is being able to show up as our true authentic self, and to have control. I don't want to say control, but have power over our internal state and how we feel. And EFT tapping is such a great tool for that, because whatever it is that you're going through, you have this tool that you can use on yourself anytime, anywhere, with just the tips of your fingers. And you don't need a therapist in that moment. You don't need any type of other modality. It's just simple and easy to use. So it's something I'm going to be talking a lot more about. It's a tool that I'm definitely going to be teaching more. I do have a free training on my website, blakefreedom.com. Tomorrow I'm going to start talking about a workshop that I'm doing. I'm so excited. So that's a little bit about me. And what's funny is that I did find a tapping video. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was like 2021. I don't know. It was probably like 7 years ago, when I was in a relationship with a man, like, oh, most wonderful man. And he's married, happily married now, so I feel comfortable talking about this. I was really struggling with my sexuality when I was with him, and I came out to friends, and they were not super, they were like trying to tell me who I was instead of just listening to what I was saying. But in the video, I was tapping on like the fear of being gay. Like, I don't want to be gay. Like this, I'm scared. Like, I just feel like there's something wrong with me. And so it was so beautiful to see this process and transformation within myself, to get to a place where I'm like at least semi accepting it. It still took a lot more time, and I ended up coming out to my mom, who's very supportive. This time when I came out as bi, my parents were not supportive, and then my dad, who's like super religious, was so supportive. I'm just like, am I in the twilight zone? So healing that internal state, developing that self-awareness, that emotional freedom, then that will permeate out into the world, and you will attract experiences and people where you are loved and you are accepted. And it's really about creating our reality from the inside out. So that's just a little bit about me, and how we can work through some queer shame. Please comment if you have any questions, or if this video resonates with you in any way. Thank you guys for listening. I love all of you, and I will chat with you soon.